How you doing, Duff here? I'm here with a update on my 2016 Tacoma. I'm at right about 6,600 miles, and I had to take it into the dealer today because we've been noticing some odd behavior recently. It started about 2 weeks ago. I was driving along and I noticed that the airbag warning light was on the dash. It was on during that trip, and then when I turned the truck off, turned it back on, the airbag light went off and stayed off. So I thought, just a weird thing. And then last week, Cindy started reporting that the brakes were feeling odd to her. Like the way she described it to me, it almost sounded like what happens when ABS brakes engage. It kind of like pulses the brake pedal quickly, and it actually makes your braking distance increase when it happens. And that's what it kind of sounded like to me. And then the other day, it was yesterday actually on the information center on the dash, it threw an ABS error. And not only threw an ABS error, it also threw a blind spot monitoring system error, which was very, very strange. And I have pictures of it. You can see the pictures of the what the errors look like right there. So since it was something to do with the brakes, I didn't want to mess around. I got an appointment, took it right into the dealership, and they had it all day today. And supposedly the shop foreman was looking at it, and he took it out and drove it, and he saw the error as well. He said the brakes felt a little weird, and the error did come up for him. So he took it back in the shop and was going to hook up the diagnostic connector that's underneath the dash. And when he did, he noticed that I had this plugged into it. This is an automatic adapter. If you go to, I think it's automatic.com, it's basically a trip logger where you can just plug it into your diagnostic connector. It stays there, and it tracks all your trips. Interesting. Sounds like something's rattling here. Okay, but anyway, it's very interesting. So that's what this does. That's what the function this does. It stays in the diagnostic connector full time, tracks your trips, tracks hard accelerations, tracks hard braking, then syncs it up to the cloud. You can read all the information on your phone. I've had this attached to the truck. This used to actually be on my old Tacoma, my 99 Tacoma, and this has been attached to my new truck since like the first week that I've owned it, and I've never had a problem. So anyways, when he pulled this connector out, he was no longer able to reproduce the error. So I thought that was interesting. So basically we came up with a game plan that we are going to try to drive the truck for a few days without this attached and see what happens. And just for shits and grins, I also removed this. I bought this cheap USB cigarette lighter adapter to charge the phone, which is to address another odd issue that we've kind of discovered, and that's that the USB port on the Tacoma appears to be weak. It doesn't offer very high amperage. It's low enough that when Cindy was plugging in her iPhone into the charge port, it wasn't actually charging the phone, or it was just charging it like at a trickle rate. It was pathetic. And she saw somewhere online that actually that is a known problem with the Tacomas, that the amperage on those USB ports is not adequate for charging today's smartphones, which again seems like a rather stupid oversight. So anyways, that adapter I bought was to put into the cigarette lighter to hopefully address that problem, and it still does not charge the phone like you think it should. So and I've already established that the QI adapter, the wireless charging, is pretty pathetic as well. So if you're looking to charge your phone in your Tacoma, you're not going to have a lot of success. The best advice I found online was to turn off the phone when charging it, and then you'll get some better charge performance, which isn't very practical. But anyways, so back to this. I drove the truck home from the dealership just a few minutes ago. Didn't notice any problems, didn't see any errors, and I find it very interesting that something is rattling in the automatic adapter, which makes me think that possibly an electronic component failed, a capacitor blew, something that's loose. And if that's the case, who knows what the hell it could have been doing to the brains of the Tacoma. It's quite possible that it was causing all kinds of problems, just because of the errors being thrown from the ABS system, from the blind spot monitoring, and that odd error with the airbag. So anyways, I'm going to leave this out for a couple days. I'll report back to let you know if the problem does appear to be fixed, but it's an odd one for sure. They had never seen that with the new Tacomas, so very odd situation. So other than that though, truck's been good. No other major things to report other than the low USB power output. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to be shooting another video that's going to outline the next mod or upgrade I plan to do to the truck. But other than that, things are good. 6,686 miles and counting. Till next time, Duffman out.